requested that I do a video on how to clean an oven. So this one, it's pretty hard. The light's bad in here. I finally have an oven to do, and this one is a test. I'm telling you, it's pretty nasty. When an oven is this bad, generally you should probably have 2 cans of Easy Off or whatever kind of oven cleaner you choose to use. Now, the one that I use is Easy Off fume free most of the time because it doesn't make you cough and everything as much. I hate using any kind of oven cleaner, but I've used like this one's from the dollar store. It worked terrific too, such as the name, but it's not fume free, I can tell you that much. So all I did was I sprayed everything. You spray the top, you spray the sides, you leave the grates in there and spray them too because they get really bad. Flip them over and do the other side too. Also the door, make sure that you put some newspaper or towels down so that the leakage doesn't get onto your floor. And I'm just going to let that sit now. I probably should have sat overnight, preferably, but I'm going to let it sit for probably about an hour or so. I'm going to show you the top too. This is a bachelor pad, and we've done some major spraying of all of the elements and the rings. And just make sure you don't throw the rings away or anything. Just put some oven cleaner on them, spray them. I leave them on the top like this because the top of the oven is really strong enamel or whatever it is, metal, and it doesn't harm it at all. So everything's going to sit like this, and I'm going to let the cleaner do its magic, and then I'll come back and start working. So here's the oven. I did a test strip to see whether or not the cleaner was on there long enough. I do believe that this is going to come off. Now I'm going to do a preliminary wipe with an old rag that I don't care about so I can throw it away. And I'm going to keep on rinsing my cloth in the sink with some hot water and ivory. And that's going to keep my cloth fairly clean, but I'm going to have a lot of sink loads in order to get through all of this. So I'm going to start my wiping, and as you can see, it's a huge difference already. I'm going to use an SOS pad for really difficult areas, and I'm also probably going to have to use perhaps even a flat razor in order to get some of it off, or a scraper of some sort. We'll see how this all plays out, but the cleaning solution, the Easy Off, has done most of my work for me. So now it's just a matter of really washing off all of this. Well, here's the first. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but there was a fork in the back of the oven. I'm not sure how long that's been there, but that's a sign that you need to clean your oven when you start having utensils that get lost in it. I'm just gonna give this more wipes to show you how dark and dreary and horrible it is. Use oven mitts. Don't be like me. My hands are tough as nails, so I generally don't use gloves for this. And I try to use products that aren't going to, do any harm to me, or at least reduce it. So I just want to show you this too. It's the grates, and they are absolutely horrible too. I'm going to put them right in the kitchen sink and get all of the loose stuff off. And then we use my SOS pad and go slowly over each and every one of them and try to get it as clean as possible. This is what an SOS pad is. They're fairly inexpensive, and they really do a great job. As you can see, I'm not using very much power because I'm holding the phone and everything. And in just a couple of minutes, I can get a lot of it off with this SOS pad. I'll also have to use it for many areas, I think, in here as well. So just keep on continuing on with wiping everything out, and hopefully your oven's not as bad as this one. It's truly amazing that I was able to get all of that off of the door. And what I've done is I've got it really quite clean. I kept rinsing and rinsing. I used the SOS pad, and you can use it on the glass as well. At least any one that I have tried, it works fine. Sometimes there's some stuff in between the glass, and the only way you can get that out is by taking the door apart, and we're not going to do that. We just want to get this back to a sanitary state again. I've actually forgotten my razors, and I'm using the big guns. I'm using this big screwdriver, being careful not to dig down too deep to scratch the enamel or anything, but this is on so thick that I can actually use this without hitting any of the enamel, I think. So now that the door is clean, I can lean across it without getting dirty. Some people like to take the doors off, but I don't do that because I've had problems getting them back on sometimes. So now I'm just going to start SOS padding the inside. I've got most of the worst off, but some of it is really stuck on there. And so I'm going to start now using scrapers, SOS pads, anything I can get my hands on. Don't ruin your ovens. This one's a really old one. Like I said, belongs to a bachelor, so I can kind of pretty much do anything to it and it'll be better than what it was. Well, miracles do happen. I've managed to get good 95% of all of that stuff off.